Hello Year 4, it's Mrs Dunn here with your lesson 2 for computing. Remember, this unit is all about photo editing, and in our last lesson we were cropping images using paint.net. If you haven't got access to paint.net because of maybe you're on a Mac computer, then use whichever photo editing software you've got and just use the same skill that we're doing today. Okay, so lesson 2 is all about changing the composition of images, and composition is all about the way an image has been put together. So today we're going to be explaining what has changed in an edited image. Remember, edited means it's changed. I can change the composition of an image by selecting parts of it, so you're going to actually be doing that by changing the composition. You're going to consider why someone might want to change the composition of an image, what effect it has. So how has this image been edited? So we can see that we have cropped part of the image, and that consequently ends up with us just having the part of the image that we want to look at, and it also then increases the size of it. On the screen there are 3 original images. What I'd like you to do is pause the video and just think about how they've been changed to create the edited image in the next column. Pause the video now and then come back to me when you've had a chance to think about that. Okay, so if we have a look at that first image, either a wasp or a bumblebee is in the flower, and we can see that the edited image has changed position. It's been rotated. Then if we have a look at the cat in the second picture, we can see that part of that image has been cropped so that we just focus more on the cat's face. And then in the final image, the image has been reflected. Okay, today we're going to be searching and saving an image, and then we're going to use that image to help us to change the composition. So we're going to use a website called Pixabay. So I'm going to show you how to use it and how to find it and how to search for an image, and then you'll know how to do that later. So you just need to watch for now. So if I go onto the internet and I search for Pixabay, it's the first link that comes up, and basically this is a website that has lots and lots of free photographs, free images, videos and music. Okay, so I'm going to search for an image today, and I'm going to search for a Viking. Because my topic is all about Vikings, I'd like a Viking warrior. And let's have a look what there is. Oh, so lots of different images come up for us to choose, and I think that I might have decisions. So there's lots to choose from. I think I'm going to go for him. Okay, so what I do now is, so I clicked on it and then I go to free download and I download it. And I'm not going to donate, and then at the bottom of my screen you can see that it comes up. Okay, so it takes a little bit of time, we have to be patient, and then when the image comes up we can save it. Okay, I'm opening the file. And there he is, and I'm going to save him, and I'm saving him in my pictures, and I'm going to call him Viking. Okay, and there he is. And then if I go to my pictures, he's there saved. Okay, just to prove it's worked. Okay, so now I can go back to showing you what you're going to do when you've got that image. So we've looked at how to search for and save an image. You might use a different one, you might use the same one. So we're going to change that image now. And the word composition, as I've already mentioned, is about the way something is put together or arranged. So we're going to change the way that image is put together today. So if we look at the changes in composition that are on the screen now, we've got our bird of prey here in the image, and then suddenly we have this rabbit appear. So the composition has been changed. Suddenly it's this image, and then we've got this rabbit appear. So this rabbit has been added into the image. Then we've got Jaws. And here we've got Jaws looking quite scary. And then we've got this fisherman added in. How does that change the image? How does it change how you feel about the image? Suddenly gets a little bit more dramatic, doesn't it? We've got this fisherman here. We're thinking, what's going to happen to him? Has he caught Jaws? So just by adding and arranging the man catching Jaws, it changes the effect of the image. So you're going to choose your own image today, and you're going to change the composition of it. So this is the original image, and then this is the new composition. So you can see how we've got somebody's face snipped onto the soldier. So I'm going to show you how to do that using my Viking image that I have downloaded already. So I'm going to come out of here and I'm going to find paint.net, and it's already loaded onto my computer. So what I need to do now is get my original image that I've downloaded already. So I go to open, and then I go to my Viking here and click open, and there's my Viking. Okay, then I'm going to add a new page. Okay, so there's my new page, and I'm going to use Violet as my example. So I now need to get my other image in. So I've got my Viking, but I need my photograph that I'm going to snip the face from. So again, exactly the same, I go to File. So I've got a picture of Violet in here. Yes, it's the same one as last week. It's the one of her on the swing. So I'm going to cut out her face, and then I'm going to add it onto my Viking. So to do that, I go to my tools, and I need the lasso select tool. Okay, click on it, and it gives you the opportunity to snip exactly what you want. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go as close as I can just around her face. And can you see the bluey grey part is the bit that I'm going to end up with? Okay, and I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, I'm going to click on my original Viking, and then I'm going to paste, and there she is. What I've got to do now is resize Violet because she's a little bit big at the moment. So I've got my selector tool, sorry, and I can just scroll in or out to make her bigger or smaller. Okay, so I'm going to try that. It's a little bit big still, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and I can squish her right down, or I can stretch her out, so depending on which direction you're moving in. And I'm going to try that, or a bit bigger, and then I'm going to put her there. And I'm also going to, that's better. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then what I can do is I can save, as, I'm going to call it Viking Violet. Okay, and then I can have a look at Viking Violet, and there she is. So I've changed the composition of my original picture to make it a different picture. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to have a go at doing that for me. Okay, see what image you come up with. So you're going to need to go on to Pixabay and download an image. I don't mind what it is. Something like a figure that you can then just snip your face into would work really well. Okay, then what I'd like you to do is think about how pleased you are with your new image. Okay, so my aim was to make my Viking warrior into a Viking Violet, and I was quite pleased with that. I was quite pleased with the finished result. Okay, the other thing I'd like you to think about is how you might use this in the future. At the very end of the lesson today, I'd like you to think about whether you're not sure, whether you're unsure, or you're very confident. So a little bit of self-assessment for the end of the lesson. If you'd like to save your images, and you can upload them into the Teams area in the curriculum folder, or you can email them to me and I'll upload them for you. I really hope you enjoy creating some fantastic images today, Year 4. Have fun with it and see what you can create. Bye, Year 4.